We have on the line with us Steve Minchuk, president of Northern Indiana Area Federation of Labor. Hey, Steve, how are you doing today, my friend?
Hey, Pat, I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on.
You really do have a great voice. I mentioned that as we did our sound check.
Okay.
First of all, tell us a little about yourself. Where'd you grow up, my friend?
I grew up in Northwest Indiana. Grew up in a typical union household, became a fireman, and did that for 20 plus years. That led me into the steel mill industry, where I'm currently at right now.
Man, when we think about the steel industry, I mean, like I get these like flashes and images throughout my life, and I was born in 1971. Whether it's in movies, I mean, Rudy comes to mind. I mean, like that, some of the basis of that
My
story,
favorites.
right? His
Hey, he's
dad,
a great union leader too. Great
yeah.
union leader. I actually met him in Minnesota.
Did you really? Oh, that's
Yeah, it's a
wild.
convention. He was there, and he is now the new president for the Actors Union.
Yeah, Sean Astin is the president of SAG-AFTRA. That's right. He's actually I was I was a labor captain for the SAG-AFTRA strike here in Chicago. We obviously had a national strike, and I think that it's interesting, this sort of ebb and flow of labor, isn't it? Whether it's as we just mentioned, a depiction of a steel worker in the movie Rudy, and for me, Norma Ray was a movie that I absolutely love. Are you familiar with Norma Ray?
No,
Oh,
feel bad.
it's
I
so
feel
it's.
bad.
Have you ever seen? Well, it's Sally Field, and she's standing. It's the textile workers in the South, and
Mhm.
organizing labor then. And when we think about like the ways in which labor has been the target of very powerful administrations and corporations and billionaires, tell us a little bit about the landscape of Indiana and where we are today with labor.
Um, labor is what built Northwest Indiana in my eyes. With all the industries we have up here, and it's not just everyone thinks your union workers, your steel workers, your trades workers. I mean, it's the police, it's the fire, it's the teachers, it's the grocery store workers. Northwest Indiana was built on union labor, 100%.
Yeah, and I think people don't necessarily put two and two together about how much of a role labor and the unions and the rights that you guys fight for impact everyone's life, not just the people in the unions, right?
Correct. It's like, I'll use myself for example. I was a volunteer football coach for almost 20 years. And what allowed me to do that and give back to the community was having a great union job. So if we're making great union wages, we're able to take that money, reinvest it back in our communities, and keep our communities thriving.
What do you want to share with our audience in relation to BP and what's happening in Indiana
Um,
with that battle?
Yeah. So again, I don't want to get too much into it because they are in a lockout right now, and I'm not part of the negotiations. As a representative with the AFL-CIO, we're there to support them. But right now, they have over 800 union oil workers locked out. They've been locked out for over 5 months, and if you just see the quarterly reports so far in 2026, BP has made $8.9 billion in profits, and again, a foreign company making money and profits off our American backs. And then they're just, I mean, they don't want to negotiate. They don't want to give a fair contract. And like I said, it's going on 5 months now. And it's not just the workers that are impacted. It's the families. I talked about the communities not being able to reinvest, the mom and pop grocery stores, the little league fields, the Pop Warner fields, etc. Everybody feels the effect in the long run. So, in the long run, this is hurting the region as a whole.
It's insane to me, sort of this imbalance when it comes to the profits that are being made. Let me give you an example. There are moments in life, I don't know if it's happened to you, where you just know exactly how everything felt in the moment. I was down in Springfield in 2015 when our governor was trying to make Illinois a right to work state. And they would often use Indiana as an example of why it would work for Illinois. So I did some research, and at the time, this is again 2015, so we're 11 years ago. And I said to one legislator from downstate Illinois, I said, look, you have CEOs that are making almost 280 times more than what their average worker is making. How is this sustainable? How is that gap something that you want to uplift in Illinois as well? And he said, at least they have a job. And so this is what they say is like, basically, it doesn't matter what rights come with it, what the benefits are, what the protections are. That's not the case. Human labor is what makes the profits, right?
Correct. Correct. Yeah. I mean, without the workers, you're not getting a product.
Yeah.
It's flat as that. You need someone to get dirty. You need someone, you could have your CEOs and you can make your billions and millions of dollars, but you need someone to build your house. You need someone to build your car. You need someone to come do your plumbing, electric, etc. And, that's what union labor is there for.
Exactly. So tell us about the poker run, because you've got a poker run, and let folks know, what where this came from and what the plans are for the event.
Yeah, so I met with the BP USW 7-1 president, Eric Schultz, great guy, known him for years. And unfortunately, this isn't his first go around. That first night, they got locked out. I was out there with them, talking to him before they officially got locked out. And, the outreach, the outpouring from the support and the people were great. And Eric's like, Steve, this is great. He goes, we've done this before. He goes, in 2-3 weeks, he goes, we're going to have people handing us coffees and pop and pizzas, etc. And he's like, in 3-4 weeks, we won't see it no more. And then we're really going to struggle. So we got to thinking, and I want to do a few things. And of course, it's hard to plan something far out because you don't want to, plan for something in September and October and give a false narrative like, hey, we're going to be locked out this long.
Yeah.
So Eric's got, some good things going right now. They got some people doing meal trains for him. They got some different Amazon things set up. But, I came up with this poker run because the way I look at it, with a lot of our union brothers and sisters, especially here in Northwest Indiana, a lot of us, I myself have a motorcycle. People have nice cars. You're not driving those refineries, job sites, etc. So I figured this is a good way to not only kind of show off your hard-earned work, your little toys you might have, but also to kind of give back to our brothers and sisters. So this is something we kind of came up with on the fly. We're meeting at USW 6787 in Chesterton, Indiana. And from there, we will take off at 11 a.m. this Saturday and hit 4 different stops. And at the final stop will be a Buddy and Palace in Crown Point, Indiana. And from there, we'll feed everybody that participated in the ride. And then all the proceeds go 100% into the USW 7-1 Strike and Defense Fund.
Outstanding. I mean, it sounds like a great day. And let folks know, like these workers don't get unemployment during this time. This is a scary period. This is holding the line, isn't it?
Yes. A lot of them have to go other jobs. It's hard. I hear people that don't understand unions. Well, I don't see them out there with their signs, etc. But they're out there funding, trying to, get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for their family. School's starting back up right now. People have, kids are getting ready for school and playing sports, etc. And people are doing what they got to do to try and make a little bit extra cash while they're locked out. It's very sad because, it just doesn't affect them 800 employees. It affects the entire Northwest Indiana.
Yeah, it's a lot happening to folks who have been working hard their entire lives, generationally, as we mentioned about the steel industry and the other sort of labor that people have been able to uplift Indiana with. And it's time to make sure that we support them. So how do folks get involved? Where should they go?
We got stuff posted on Facebook. I definitely will send you guys the flyers. But again, Saturday morning, we will be registering at 10 a.m. at the USW 6787 Hall in Chesterton. Kickstand's up at 11. So if anybody would like to come out, whether you have a car, a motorcycle, be a passenger, etc., come out. We'd love to have you. Like I said, all proceeds go directly to the workers. And like I said, it's going to be a poker run. We're going to hit 4 different stops. At the end of it, gonna have some pizza and some wings and try and enjoy a good time for the moment. Because it's not a good time when we're doing it, but we're trying to take our minds off of it.
Absolutely. Again, the website is also NWIFED. We've been talking to Steve Minchuk, president of Northern Indiana Area Federation of Labor. Their poker run fundraiser this Saturday in support of United Steelworkers Local 7-1, which is locked out by BP. And we really appreciate the work that you and all your brothers and sisters are doing. And we're here whenever you need us.
Thank you. And thank you for having me on.
My pleasure. Have a great rest of your day, my friend. Enjoy the days of summer.
You too.
Take care.